All right, let's move on to other MMA news. So Nate Diaz has been tripping up on Twitter a lot lately, and recently he just went on Twitter and was asking Sean Shelby and Dana White and the UFC itself to release him from his contract, and he said he has better to do.
He said, sorry about going public for this, but, you know, if you're not going to find me a fight, well, I have better to do. Here's the thing. I completely agree with Nate Diaz here. You know, the guy just wants to fight. He wants a fight scheduled in the UFC, and these guys are like just been holding him out, holding him under this last fight that he's got on his contract. For the UFC, like I totally sympathize with Nate Diaz. Okay, he's not old, but he's getting older as time progresses. He wants to fight one more time. He just wants to fight. I mean, he's trying to fight in Bellator. He's talking about trying to fight Jake Paul. Like the UFC, on the side of Nate Diaz, like the UFC needs to get him a fight. Like they can't keep having him wait around for a Conor or a Jorge Masvidal again for the BMF belt. Like he needs a fight. He needs one scheduled. It's been a long time, and I do feel bad for Diaz. Like this is a really shitty spot to be in. With one fight left on your contract, you feel like you just got to sit around for months on end until the UFC gives you a fight. So,
well, let's look at the past with the allegations like against Conor McGregor in the past, especially when he went through that stuff when he threw the dolly through the bus and all that, going through legal problems. Now Jorge Masvidal is going through legal problems. Neither of these men are probably going to fight anytime soon. So that leaves Nate Diaz, like you said, in a really rough position. They've been trying to set up this Dustin Poirier fight for a long time. Why is this fight not being made? Let's get that fight over with and let's let Nate Diaz go fight Jake Paul or something.
Because I just don't think people really care about that fight. Like I got to be honest. Like,
well, it's Nate versus anybody. They're gonna care. Like, let's be real. The casuals are gonna show up.
I understand that. I just stylistically, Dustin Poirier versus Nate Diaz. Like, I kind of know how that one's gonna go down, and I don't love that matchup. I got to be honest. Like, it doesn't just pique my interest the same way Conor versus Nate does. Jorge versus Nate too. You know, Conor versus
I'm going to be honest. I do not want to see Jorge versus Nate too. Like, Jorge goes out there and completely outclasses him again.
Yeah, he probably does. But, you know, I just thought that fight was stopped a little prematurely with that cut in New York.
And that's the only asterisk there in that fight. Other than that, he was just getting completely outclassed on the feet.
Yeah. But again, like, you know, you get that Leon Edwards fight where he's getting dominated for 4 rounds and then he catches you with one thing and you're stumbling, you know, around.
And then fails to pursue.
Right.
God, that was
he's
annoying.
Too busy, you know, pointing and flipping him off. But, yeah, let's get Nate Diaz a fight. If it's Dustin, it is what it is, man. I mean, that's not my number one matchup I want to have. But, like, let's just let the man fight. Let him fight out his contract. Let him move on, you know, so he can keep fighting somewhere else.
I think they should just do the Diaz-McGregor trilogy. I mean, that makes the most.
It makes the
views,
most sense.
Most money. Might as well. Fuck it.
And not only that, but like that's a fight that that's a winnable fight for Conor.
Yeah.
To put him right back in talks for a title.
And then have Conor fight Jorge just because.
Right.
Fuck it. I mean, that's the next biggest fight in my opinion for
I know.
Conor.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Like, if Conor did that back-to-back, he'd be making so much money. That Diaz trilogy sells so well. That probably does $1.5 million to 2 million pay-per-view buys. Call me crazy, but that's a huge fight. And then you have Jorge Masvidal, the star power of him and Conor. That'll do 2.1, 2.2, because they're both huge stars. So, again, like that's just what I want to – that's what I want to see for Conor. One of those two guys.
Yeah.
And Nate Diaz is just waiting, and I feel bad for him.
Yeah, shout out to Ant W. This is exactly why we need purse bids in MMA. If Dana doesn't want to make Diaz versus Poirier, another promoter should be able to bid on the rights to the fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think that's ever going to happen.
Probably
unfortunately. Not. As long as Dana White's here, he'll make sure that never happens. So it's just one of those situations where...
It is what it is.
It is what it is.